Hi guys, and welcome to another video from the Dreamcast Collector. It's been an absolute buzzing week this week. I travelled to Darlington to pick up 90 Dreamcast games. I've picked out 13 of them that I need for my collection, and I'm also going to show you ones that I've been buying separately as well, before I bought the big bundle. I picked it up for £700 for 90 games, and I managed to, well, it was £750 and I knocked the guy down to 700. So you'll have to excuse me, I'm a bit tired because I was going through like the discs last night, and I've prepared this section of discs, so that they're minty for reselling on. So I'm just going to basically put them up on Spock. I'm going to give that a week and put them all up as a bundle and see if I can make a little profit. I'm kind of looking at maybe the £800 mark, so I'm going to do a lot of research and, check up prices on eBay and CX and stuff like that, and, see what the prices are. But here's the games that I got from the bundle that I needed, and first up is Millennium Soldier. I'm quite happy I've got that now because it seems to be getting quite rare to get now. Another one from his bundle was Fighting Vipers 2. That's getting quite pricey. I don't think I'd pay more than 30 quid for it, but some people are asking around 60 quid for it, and I just think that's a bit too expensive. Up next, we've got International Track and Field. This one's getting really, really hard to get as well now. It seems to be like the Konami, sort of like sports titles are getting quite scarce on like websites and stuff like that. Yeah, so I'm quite happy I've got that one as well. MTV Skateboarding. I've never played this, so yeah, I'm I'm quite looking forward to this one. I want to see if it's on par with Tony Hawk's and stuff like that. Yeah, so looking forward to that one. And up next from his pile, we've got Vigilante 8, Second Defense. This one's getting quite hard to get. This one's getting quite hard to get as well with the English inlays and stuff like that. So if you're looking for this game in English and you don't see the back cover, on a listing, the easy way to tell if it is English, you see this code here and it's got the EG at the front, then you know it's going to be English. You know that the text on the back is going to be in English. So just a little heads up for you. Extreme Sports, another one that's getting quite. It's not rare. It's getting quite pricey though. It's hitting the £20 mark. Yeah, so glad I've got that as well. Up next, got Snow Surfers. I bought this one separately last week because I was going to save that for, my next video, but I bought it from eBay. It was like 8 quid, which was a good price, and the listing did state that it was, excellent minty condition. Opened it up, the disc was absolutely gubbed. So I've took it from this guy's collection. I've buffed up the disc as best as I can. It does look good. It does look minty. I will show you. But yeah, on his copy though, he had an annoying Granger's Game label there. So I was kind of like working carefully on that to remove it. And yeah, I managed to get it removed. The discs do need buffed up. I'm still going through them, so I've went through that half, as I said last night, from here to here. And the ones that I'm keeping, I'll do them last. Jeremy McGrath Supercross 2000, another one that's getting quite rare to get. I was actually looking up a YouTube video last week on that, and it does look quite fun to play. So I might do, a few of these games on my next day off on Thursday. So yeah, a sealed copy of F1 Grand Prix 2. As you know, in my previous video, I did pick it up, so I've swapped that, and I've kept the sealed one. Fighting Force 2, not an expensive game. I don't know much about this one, to be open and honest with you, but yeah, I will give it a little go through. So, as I says, I do go through these games to make sure that they're working and stuff like that. And I think that's a good thing as well, you know, with repairing the disc, because you can actually test out the game for, you know, a good 10 to 15 minutes, and it gives you a little insight to see, oh, am I going to actually play this game? So yeah, it's actually good going through the discs. Magforce Racing, that's another one that's getting quite pricey to get on its own as well. But yeah, glad I've got that now. Another one, Sword of the Berserk, Guts Rage. I remember having this, and I remember paying 10 quid for this sealed back in 2004. And it goes around, I don't know, it's just, as it says, with eBay and Spox and, you know, Amazon and stuff like that, the prices are a bit weird, you know. If you want a good, like, estimate, I'd go into CEX, you know, for mint copies though. Make sure that's where you want to get the prices from. Mint copies. Don't, if it comes up on CEX in good condition, or, you know, I think you're paying a bit too much for certain games. But I reckon 30 quid for this, no more than £30. You know, if it's mint, 30 quid, that's your top limit for this game. Another one is 90 Minutes Sega Championship Football. As it says, I won't play these sports titles, these football games. I'm not into football games at all. But this one's getting, it's kind of weird, because sometimes the prices fluctuate that much, you know. It could be £10 one week or 20 quid another week, you know. As it says, when you're checking up your, you know, games that you want for the collection, check on completed listings and, you know, go by the lowest price. You know, always go from that, okay? And then that way you're getting a good estimate of how much you're paying for a game. I tend to try and stay away from the buy it nows as much as I can, as I said in my previous video, okay? Just try and do that. So that's the games that I needed from this seller's bundle. So what I'm going to show you is the ones that I've been picking up separately last week. So Super Runabout, the Golden State. This one's still sealed. I'm happy I've got this one, actually, because it's quite, there is a few titles that are getting quite hard to get now, and this is one of them up on there, you know. So I paid, I think, yeah, it was 24 I paid for this sealed, which I'm happy about. So yeah, I will make a backup of this. I don't mean from this, you know, I do have, you know, ROMs and stuff like that, but, you know, so it'll save me from opening the originals. Star Lancer, I've never played this. I've never played this game, so I remember back in the day, you know, where I had it and it was still sealed. Majority of my collection, like, you know, years ago, most of the games were sealed. You know, I had like 3 Dreamcast consoles, and I would use one for the backup games, one for NTSC games, and one for the original games. F1 Racing Championship, this is rare. This one is getting really, really hard to get, and I bought this one last week. This one cost me 28. This was on bid. So, and in this guy's pile, he's got a copy as well, which is sealed. It's right there, down there. So, yeah. So I've got 2 of them, but one of them was going, obviously. Deadly Skies, cheap game. I think it's like sort of like a flight simulator game. So yeah, quite tough. I got that. So, and then this one I did buy sealed. It was sealed, but I asked the seller to make sure that it was boxed up proper and bubble wrapped. They sent it in one of them thin, disgusting, thin cardboard mailer things, and yeah, it got broken teeth. So I replaced the middle part only. It's not a biggie, you know, it's not a biggie, but it's still annoying when you request and you pay for postage and they still don't give you what you're requesting. So if you're buying and you're like serious into the collection like myself, and you don't want your cases to get broken and stuff like that, message the sellers and just say, look, I don't mind dropping an extra 2 quid for, you know, for second class recorded, you know, in a box. You know, it costs £4.10, you know. it's gonna save you, because you're gonna be buying a new case for about a tenner. So you might be saying to yourself, why do that? That's just, no, it's gonna save you money. Do you know what I mean? Another one, Super Rocket Race, Surf Rocket Racer, sorry. This one, I remember having this, and I remember playing this one, and it was crap. But it seems to be dead pricey now. This one cost me 34, you know, and to be open and honest with you, it's a website called Gold Saucer Games, and you can see that they've, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, guys, but that's them. They've supposed to have buffed up that disc, and there was all kinds of gunk in it and everything, you know. So I'm going to be going over this one again, you know, and testing it out, you know. But, I mean, some people, you know, I mean, they've got good feedback, and I'm like, why? Why have you got good feedback when you're selling shit like that? You know, so, yeah. So just look out for, you know, certain sellers on eBay, you know, like your Gold Saucer Games. There's another one as well. I'll probably, I've got a few of them saved, but I don't think I'll be buying from these again, you know. For the price of that game, nah, you know. So, right, so we'll go up to these games, right? I don't want to mix them up, but what I'll do is I'll move the tripod forward, and then I'll just give you a quick look round. And I'm also going to show you, I'll show you now actually, how to remove this. You buy a game and it's got permanent ink marker on it, okay? What I do is, right, this is all you need, okay? Right, little scoosher deodorant on it. See that? It's starting to rub off. Rub off. Here, presto, it's gone. Okay? Don't be using Brillo pads to scrape it off. Just a bit of tissue and some deodorant gets them off. Don't do it. I wouldn't do it on discs or manuals, but on the cases, yeah, that's how you do it. Just a little bit of deodorant and then rub it off, and it comes off. So this is a game that I got from the bundle, and this is where I'm coming from with the permanent ink markers. I mean, this guy was supposedly a serious collector, and you see there, it's got it. You can remove it, but don't keep rubbing it out, because you're going to remove the paint from the artwork, okay? I mean, deodorant's got alcohol in it, hasn't it? So, and on manuals, I wouldn't do it on the manuals. I've tried it once on a cheap game, and it just totally smudged all the artwork. So on discs, it's fine. Don't keep rubbing at it. Don't keep rubbing at it. Just, you'll get it off. I mean, I could show you, for instance, on this, actually. So this game's gobbed. So on the disc, see how it's done that? So don't keep rubbing it. You can get it off a bit, you see? Right. The reason why it's not totally coming off, because it's sort of like soaked into it. You know, it sort of like went into the artwork itself. But yeah, it can get it off a bit, okay? But don't keep rubbing it out. As I said, you're going to rub away the artwork. Right, so I don't know if you can see that. See this? Yeah. Looking through the games, right? And then I was like, why is that scratched like that? So I looked on the opposite end, and I don't know if you can see that. I'll try and get it. There. Right there. You see the scratch mark? Well, that's went through to the data. You know, this guy's used a Brillo pad or something on the data side of the disc to get the permanent ink marker off. You know, I found that hilarious, eh? Honestly, who uses Brillo pads or a scouring pad on the disc? I mean, what you thinking about? Honestly, absolute tube. Sorry, but that's just stupidity. Right, anyway, guys, so here's a quick look at the games. I'm not going to go through them one by one. So, right, so if we go down there a bit. Yeah, so if you can see, there's some really good titles in there. So if you want to, you can pause the video and go through them all. You know, so yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, majority of these discs are mint. You know, they really are mint, but there was a few of them that were, I think they were used as frisbees. And luckily it was just it was just like the cheap titles, you know, like I'm not bothered, but I'm a man of my word, you know, like when I sell on, I make sure that people get quality, so I'm going through the discs, making sure that I can get a small profit on these, you know, so I'm going to list them, you know, I've got like a few rarities there. There's NBA Hoops, there's Grandia 2, you know, so Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, I'll get a few quid for that. I've got a sealed copy of Flagon Brothers, Time Stalkers, you know, there is titles there that I'll get money on, so it's going to help fund for the 18 remaining games. That's it, guys. I've got 18 games to go. Definitely not going to buy any more until after Christmas. Definitely. I'm not out of funds and stuff like that. It's just, you know, you get into a thing where you got to, oh, I've got to buy it, I've got to buy it, I've got to get it, I've got to get it now, I've got to get it now. You know, so I've been quite lucky with work and stuff like that, so I've been doing an extra few hours to help pay for some of the games, and this is going to help me complete the rest of it. So anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and tell me what you think about this collection. You know, do you think that it was a bargain? Do you think that there's a profit made on this? And tell me what games out of this collection that you really, really like, or if you have any fond memories of. Alright guys, take care. Bye now. God damn, I forgot to show you Snow Surfers Resurface. So this was the one that I had, yeah. And yeah, it's got broken teeth, and this is the guy's copy, basically the artwork and stuff like that. So got this horrible sticker from Granger Games on it, on the front inlay. I don't know why they do stuff like that. This was a disc that I got originally, and it was gubbed. So I've got it up the best I can. It is near mint, you know. There's a couple of like, they look like dot marks, but it's not bad, you know. If you see it in person, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. So I've tested the game out. It's working fine, you know. So that's gave me a good replacement. But as I said, stay away from some sellers on eBay. Are just, they're liars, absolute liars, and I don't know why they do that. I think they just think, oh, we'll list it as new to get more money. Don't they just realise that there's some people out there like myself that are going to buy it, but it's just going to send it back. Do you know what I mean? So what's the point? They're just wasting the time. So anyway, guys, that's a little follow-up to, you know, the resurfacing of Snow Surfers. So take care, guys.